I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, Freak Show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Hello and good evening, West of Nowhere listeners. I am your lovable host, Levi.
And I'm Shane.
And
that other guy.
That other guy. The, not the reason you guys come. We all know that he's got a face for radio. Okay, that's why he's here.
I come here to do just that. I come here to laugh at your comments. That way you don't have to play a laugh track. But most people who come to the show just come to listen to you talk about stuff.
Oh, man, I hope that's not true. Sometimes I do feel like I bogart the conversation, or like I'll just keep talking and talking. I'm like, man, I talk too much. But I will say, for a kid that grew up having all the adults going, you just talk because you like the sound of your own voice. You know, this is kind of the perfect thing for me. Oh, man.
I've definitely been accused of that too by my father when I was growing up.
Yeah. Maybe that's just a kid thing, probably.
I think when you're a kid, you're just like on a constant. You have like this constant stream of consciousness going that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So you're just like saying things to say them.
Yeah. Like, it's like your internal monologue is not internal whatsoever. It's just fucking going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like me growing up, I was always performative. I like to entertain the people that we were around because I liked that kind of attention, you know? So, like, when we would have, like, my mom would have friends over, my dad, we'd be hanging out with my dad's friends, or my brother's friends would come over. I'd always be trying to do stuff to make them laugh or make them pay attention, because that was the shit for me. Like, I was like, hell yeah, this is the best.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many, I don't know where they would be now, but that we had so many home movies, like, on camcorder tapes.
Yeah.
Of just 7-year-old Levi bouncing around like a crackhead, just all over the place. There's one in particular that I always think about, makes me laugh, is it was our stepsister's birthday, and I was in elementary school. My little brother was just born. My older brother was in middle school with all the, because she had all her friends over, and so he went to school with all of them.
Yeah.
And so they all knew each other that way. And then there's just me fucking tearing through the just all over the place. Like, I'm doing like Steve Irwin impressions. I'm like pretending like these middle school girls are wild creatures. Like, crikey, here's another one over there. And like just being absurd. That was the best. Those were the days. Anyway.
I know. Back before bills and crippling depression, you know.
Yeah. Oh, man. We were so excited to grow up, and look at us now.
Yeah.
We fucked up. I was talking to my dad the other day. I was like, man, you know, I really miss, like, I'd just go back to, like, kindergarten. He's like, I don't know if I'd go back that far. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I had half-day kindergarten, so I was, like, just half the day I was at school, the rest of the day I was fucking off, or I was at daycare, which basically is just fucking off with supervision.
Yeah, right.
Can't get better than that. Can't get better than that. Before we neglect them, our Patreon people.
We want to thank Tony Burgess, Miles Glenn, Sam Norton, Colby Jordan Squared, Jade Marsh, Natalie Tacarante, Mark Stadler, Kiana Reeves, Adam Pacino, and Colton Zammersla.
Good job. I like the softness you put on their names. That was fun. It was like you were like Colby Squared. Like, I like that. Trying to turn everybody on or what?
Dude,
My nipples are hard, you know?
Yeah. I'm trying to remind everybody why they listen to the show.
The silky
They're
smooth,
like, yeah, exactly.
buttery voice of Shane.
You don't hear it that often, so that makes it that much better
Yeah,
when you do hear it.
it's like like a hot commodity. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was Georgia?
Dude, so Little Big Jam was so much fun, man. There was a lot more people there than there was there 2 years ago, which is cool because that means it's getting bigger.
Well, and I'm a little surprised by that, especially just because, like, still there's people hesitant to do things this year. Like, even though most of the things are kind of just like, fuck it, whatever.
I mean,
there's still
dude,
people that are like,
not in Georgia, man. Like,
really?
when I made that like surprise trip around Christmas down to like just be there for Christmas Day, essentially.
Yeah.
Like there weren't even mask mandates back then down there. Like they were just like,
I guess it's Georgia. I'm not surprised.
they were like, "Fuck you, we're not doing anything." But yeah, man. So 2 years ago there was, I want to say like there might have been 150 people there.
Yeah.
And then this time around, I feel like there was easily double that. Like which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's definitely like a small town music thing. Like it's not something that even people who live in town don't know about it.
Yeah.
Like, I had a buddy from back home. I sent a picture to him and I was like, dude, Little Big Jam's happening. And he was like, that was this week. Like, you live here. Like, I just came down for the weekend.
Yeah, what the fuck?
But it was a lot of fun, man. Like, I seen a post from Little Big Jam after it happened, and that essentially there was 40 hours of music altogether over the course of like 3 days.
Jesus.
So it was awesome, man. Yeah,
That's
there's a lot of like local stuff, but I mean, there's a lot of good music, a lot of really talented like singers too, like that you got to like listen to. My brothers were there. We had like our own little, like we had the same exact spot we had 2 years ago, but we convinced more people to show up to hang out with just us. So like we had our own, like it was like essentially like our own party within like the festival. So that was pretty awesome too.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Remember when Matt and Lucid Wasteland were gonna play there?
Oh yeah, I told him to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. That'd been cool.
They still should.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
100%.
essentially, now that they're going to be doing it again, now that they should do it again next year, so, like, all they got to do is fucking contact them and then
tell
get
them
them
to
a
go
spot.
tour in Japan.
Hell yeah, tour in Japan. Just,
I mean, if you look at, like, 80s rock, it's so weird. There's, like, Japanese people, like, fucking got real hooked on, like, a couple random 80s bands. Like, for some, like, I have no idea why. Like, Scorpions were, like, huge in Japan. Like, Quiet Riot. Like, they could just make their money just touring in Japan. I was like, that's insane. Like, I don't know what they loved about it so much. Well, I don't know. I guess listening to a lot of anime intros, it kind of makes sense, though.
well, that's like Avril Lavigne. She, like, disappeared from over here.
Yeah, she's just...
I was like, I thought she quit making music,
Yeah.
and then come to find out she was just in Japan, like, touring constantly.
Yeah. I mean,
There you
that's
go.
what I would do. I'd hang out in Japan.
I mean, I mean, it's a good business. It's a good business model if you think about it. It's like, all right, cool. You started in America. You were famous for a little bit. Now this other country still really likes you. Just go over there and tour constantly.
Yeah.
I think it's a dope idea.
Hell yeah. Well, there's a fucking lot of shit to go over today.
Let's do it.
Biggest news of the week, I think, so far is Facebook being down yesterday.
Dude,
Everybody shit their pants about it.
I didn't even notice.
I was sleeping all day, so it didn't affect me one bit. But
I honestly thought that there was something wrong with my phone. I thought during the camping trip
really?
I had messed it up. Yeah, because like I kept scrolling and I'd like something and it wouldn't do it. And then I tried to share stuff and it wouldn't share it. And I was like, maybe I just messed my phone up.
yeah.
And then just went back to doing what I was doing.
So, sorry.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyway, so Facebook was out. And also WhatsApp and Instagram and also Facebook Messenger those were all out. because they're all running on the same shit. They're the same servers and everything. Um, so here's what's funny about this. Like on the surface, it's not really that big a deal, but people were freaking out to the point to where um Mark Zuckerberg estimated lost like around $7 billion while that was happening. I think it's coming back in, like just
Like because of stock and
yeah, I think
oh,
so.
okay.
So there's that, but also this coincided with a couple different things. All right. Thing number one, there's this lady who went on 60 Minutes. Uh, she is a Facebook whistleblower. And what she had compiled, she has worked in the tech industry for a while. She's worked on what the dating app Hinge started out as. Like
Yeah.
she released, like, helped put that to market. She's done a couple different things, but like she worked at Google, Pinterest, and then joined Facebook in 2019. She has released documents to a couple different news agencies that are talking about basically Facebook's lack of fighting misinformation, and then also, so Facebook's big thing is like, oh, we're going after misinformation. We're trying to
Yeah.
stop people from spreading wrong shit. Well, apparently, what this lady is saying is that they're not doing it in benefit of the people. They're doing what they see as a benefit to their profits, which, shocker.
I was gonna say that's what a company is supposed to do, make themselves make more money.
Yeah, so, but obviously not a very good, morally good thing to do, especially when, there's a lot of things in these documents that she's released talking about how Facebook has kind of, and Instagram more specifically, has kind of been geared towards making people want what other people have and making people be upset if their lives aren't like these other people,
Okay.
and then subsequently leading to a spike in a couple different things, but most importantly would be like suicide among adolescent girls, or things of that nature.
Okay.
And she's basically saying Facebook's not even fucking trying to do anything about it. Like, they know exactly what it is, and they know that's an issue, and they just don't care. And I read an article about this, and they're saying one of the Facebook spokespeople is very 70s era cigarette company like mentality. She's like, oh, well, they're just looking at the data wrong. So you're seeing that percentage of people that decided to kill themselves after seeing all the things that, like, pushing all the hot people to the top of their feed and like doing all these things.
Yeah.
But what you don't see is all the people whose lives we saved by doing that too. Like, it was a very like Weasley kind of rationale. And she went on to say, oh, well, we put all this money into doing studies on, behavioral studies on mental illness and the effects of like these things. And like, if we, like, why would we do that if we were wanting people, like, if we were actively, trying to hurt people? It's like, fucking Big Tobacco did research on cancer and cigarettes. Like, what do you mean? You can definitely do the two things at the same time. It's fucked up, but you can do it. So I don't. Anyway,
I think
so
it's
that,
I think it's unfair to say that they knew by pushing up ads for hot people up on
well,
people who
that's
were.
not just what it is, but that's
No,
like
I'm just
the
saying.
easiest argument I could think of. Like, I didn't
Yeah,
go
yeah,
through and read all the shit that this lady fucking put out, but that was one of the things. In
yeah.
addition to um, misinformation, all these different things for, conspiracies and all these things that have been spreading around.
Maybe it's just the people that I follow on Facebook, but I can't scroll past like 10 posts without finding at least one post that's like, this is not entirely true.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. With the fact checking thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
a Facebook fact checker said this is not completely true. It's like,
yeah,
who's doing this?
yeah. So that happened.
Right? Okay.
Okay. Now also the same kind of time frame. There's this thing called the Pandora Papers that leaked out. All right. And the Pandora Papers is a leak of almost 12 million documents and files exposing secret wealth and dealings of world leaders, politicians, and billionaires. All right. So it basically goes through and exposes certain things that people are using, certain companies that are doing what, certain people that are doing different things.
Yeah.
And so, right, like as soon as the Facebook thing happened,
Yeah.
the conspiracy wheels start fucking turning on all these
Oh
people.
shit.
So now there's like, everybody's like, oh, it's happening, guys. Facebook's deleting all of their information. They shut everything down to delete a paper trail of shit that's already been released. So that's what they're doing.
I mean, it sounds that sounds likely to me. You know,
Why would
old
they have to
Zuckerberg,
shut down anything to do that?
They look, listen here. Okay?
Why?
They closed down Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp to stop communication. Who's anyone, all right, uses Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp to speak worldwide.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to stop communication. And then as soon as that happened, they were like, while we're at it, might as well just delete everything that anyone has posted on here about it.
Except for I've seen like fucking 40 things since then. But yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you. It's just like, I mean,
I did see.
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I did see like a thing about the British royal family buying some $91 million like estate from the Azerbaijani government.
Yeah, those are all words.
What do you mean?
I don't know. What's the last thing you said? What government?
The Azerbaijan. You know where Azerbaijan is, right?
No.
Me
Where-
neither, but I know it's a real place.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
But I guess they bought some fucking estate from them, and it came out in the Pandora Papers. But I don't understand like why that's a bad thing.
Well, so a lot of these things that have been released are basically supposedly being hidden from powers that be because of tax purposes. Like all these things are like off the grid, like people aren't supposed to know about them because they're not paying taxes on any of this shit. And they're like funneling money around and like doing shady shit to get away with like not paying as much as they could be. And so
Yeah.
that's kind of what's going on.
Well, I
and
thought
in a lot of it, but not like everything. But
oh, because I definitely thought that the UK, the royal family, like the royal family in the UK, was like they were like tax exempt. It's like
on just fucking everything.
well, because like they're like essentially just like the fucking country's mascot if you boil it down. You know what I mean? Like we protect eagles the way they protect the royal family.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna read 12 million documents to tell you what's going on
I need
here.
you to fucking figure it out.
Be better. Fine. Fuck. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know what we would care about, the UK specifically, the royal family doing, but there's different things like the King of Jordan's 70 million pound spending spree on properties in the UK and US through secretly owned companies. Oh yeah, here's your Azerbaijan thing. Leading family hidden involvement in property dealings in the UK. So that's backwards. This is
Okay.
Azerbaijan's leading family's hidden involvement in property dealings in the UK worth more than 400 million pounds.
Okay. All right.
So that, yeah. Family of Kenyan president not gonna even try to say
Here-
his name, secretly owned a network of offshore companies for decades. So this is all like people doing what we already knew they were doing, but
okay.
there's like actual proof of it now. They're like, oh, here's fucking papers. Then like we knew that's how shit like gets done.
Yeah.
Like if you want to fucking make the most out of your money and you don't want to get fucking taxed out the ass, what do? Well, here's what you do. You take the money that you get and you invest it in this firm or this offshore account company.
Yep.
That you make
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm gonna start this company in fucking wherever. And then you go, hey, company, can I have a loan, a non-taxable loan for this amount? And they're like, God damn it, yes.
I'm in.
And they fucking give you that loan untaxed. And then guess what? They forgive it. It's so crazy. I don't know how that works. I wish they would give me one of those. That'd be cool.
One day.
What if they
We'll be
like they
rich.
just like missed like, you know, not even nothing crazy, just like $40,000. Like they just like accidentally typed a number in wrong and then it just popped into your account one day and you're like, well, it's gonna be a good day for Levi. Tell you what, I'm gonna get guac on my fucking shit today.
The problem with that is, dude, is like when I look at my bank account, if I have $200 more than I'm supposed to have, I'm like,
You
what I
panic?
not pay?
Yeah,
dude, I have like the most anxiety, and I'm just like, dude,
If
what
I
did
have an
not pay?
extra $40,000 in my account, I'll go. There's no way I could have missed paying something because nothing I own is worth that much.
See, at that point, I'm assuming that someone is gonna blackmail me.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
they're like, we have pictures of your dick,
like
and we
You
have a
touched it-
picture of the Pope. We're gonna
Yep.
Photoshop them together, and
we
you're in
sent you
trouble.
that money. We sent you that money so that we can prove we paid you to kill those people. And it's like,
And they're like, oh,
have you seen me? I ain't killing anybody.
is 40 grand enough to kill people?
I mean, how tight of a spot am I in?
Just right now?
You know what I mean? Nah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, I would do it, but I didn't think you would. Fucking kill somebody for a Big Mac right now. What do you mean? Let's go.
God.
I'm just hostile though. But you know, like this whole Facebook thing kind of made me think of. Well, I've talked about it a couple of times, but like, there's people who will sit there and bitch and moan and complain about social media,
Yeah.
and they'll go, man, they don't tell you all the stuff, but then like 60% of Americans get their news from social media, so it's like, who the fuck? Like, what do you mean? And it, like, it's what, like, you'll see those people go, the fucking Facebook, they're hiding the truth, and then they'll share fucking shit on Facebook. Like,
Yeah.
is this a lie then? Like, I was told Facebook hides the truth, and so what you're showing me seems incorrect, and it's on here, so ipso facto, it's fucking wrong. And they're like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like, I just don't get it. Like, people's rationalizations with Facebook, social media, and just the media in general, like, they'll sit there and complain that Fox News or CNN isn't doing this. Oh, they don't report on this shit. And then they'll be like, well, why isn't the media reporting on it? Well, you bitch, you just said 2 days ago that they didn't report on shit like this. What'd you think was gonna happen? Like, you're calling it like you see it, and then you're mad because they're doing the thing like you called it. Like, I don't
Yeah.
get it. You know who does get their news from Facebook though?
Who?
One former President Donald Trump's legal counsel, Rudy Giuliani. He admitted under oath that he got some of his evidence about election fraud from social media. So that's pretty cool. This is a esteemed lawyer and former mayor who's mayor during the 9/11 attacks and afterwards. Big hero in New York. And he went on the record to say that he got information about voter fraud from social media. And I mean, I don't know a lot about lawyering, but
I don't know a lot about you lawyering.
but I think if I was gonna make a case, I damn sure wouldn't start on any of the social medias at all.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, unless it was literally a post by somebody that I was or not defending, uh, that I was, doing whatever they call it when you try to get them to go to jail. I see. I don't know a lot about lawyering, and I'd be like, "Look, he made this Facebook post, 3 hours before he stabbed that guy, saying, 'Hey, I fucking hate that guy at McDonald's. I'm gonna stab him.'" I'm like, I don't know what more proof you need. That would be like the only time. But like, I feel like on grand things where you're trying to prove an intricate, connected web of max secrecy by certain political organizations, I don't think they're going to use Facebook. So you should probably go somewhere else for that, like WhatsApp,
Or Instagram.
or Messenger.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's pretty fun.
Yeah. Why did he? Is that something like he recently admitted to that?
Yeah. So it was. This article's from the second, but they, as one does when you make a bunch of legal challenges to a wide variety of people about a certain high profile thing,
Right.
people start to like go, "Hey, why don't you come talk to us under oath for a second? Because you're saying a lot of crazy shit without that.
Yeah.
So we want you to say something legit." Because as a practicing lawyer, if you lie under oath, you're fucked. Like,
Yeah.
you can't even, they won't let you do any laws ever again. They're like, these are laws and you can't do them, so see ya.
They disbar you.
Yeah, that's the one. Um, So, in a deposition, Giuliani admitted that he got some of his information about Coomer's alleged role in the election fraud from his social media posts, but couldn't be sure if it was Facebook or another platform. I'm going to go ahead and say that it was. But Eric Coomer, if you don't know, is a Dominion voting systems employee.
Okay.
And he is suing the Trump campaign and others for promoting baseless conspiracies that he helped rig the election for Sir Joseph Biden. And Giuliani went on to say those social medias all get to me. Or, wait, fuck. Okay, so I don't know what this means in type, but like it says get, and then it's got brackets, and it says SIC, and then the brackets end. And it says all one to me. So I don't really know what the fuck he was trying to say. I wish somebody who knew what that meant would just like put a little blurb on the side that says, what he's trying to say is I need that little paperclip guy. Anyway. So yeah. So he just kind of went off of some stuff he was seeing on a social media platform. And they were like, yeah, it's fucking Eric guy from Dominion. He's like, that's good enough for me. Let's get him.
Let's get him.
So that's fun. You know who Urban Meyer is?
Yeah, he was a college coach who moved up into the NFL, right?
Yep. And he coaches for the Jacksonville Jaguars for now. Urban Meyer was spotted in a video, a voyeuristic filming of a video. Yep, get ready for this. So,
People are being spanked.
This little blonde number is doing some grinding on his lap, basically, as he sits on a bar stool, hunched over, looking like an old man. And you might go, hey, his wife, Shelly Meyer, is blonde. And you'd be right. This wasn't her. It was some 20-something-year-old who definitely wasn't his wife, because his wife was at home watching the baby. What? Oh no. And how do I know this? Because she tweeted it in reaction to people posting pictures of him with these college chicks at this bar. She's like, that's cool. I'm at home watching the kids. And I was like,
Oof.
yikes. So, Jacksonville Jaguars owner, Shad Khan. That's a cool name.
Shere Khan?
His name's Shad Khan.
Jungle Book?
Well,
Mowgli?
no. Yeah.
Baloo?
Fucking damn it. You know, they should win a lot more games if their owner's name's something fucking Khan. Like Shao Kahn. Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Liu Kang.
Exactly.
Sub-Zero.
Whoa. Got a lot of shit going on. Anyway. He said he must regain our trust, and
Dude.
there's some players that have been like, yo, I don't know if we can fucking deal with this guy.
Dude,
yeah.
okay, I'm not condoning that he's out in some bar with some like 21-year-old grinding on him.
Let's hear it.
At the
Let's hear
same-
the apologetics.
Dude, at the fucking same time, like how does him getting a lap dance in a fucking random bar have anything to do with his ability to coach a fucking football team?
Well, they're 0-4, so
I'm okay. Oh, well, yeah,
he's
well, I get
clearly
it.
not focusing.
Yeah, that's what it is. He's you know what? Here's what happened, dude. He was like he's sitting there, he's going through the playbook, he's racking his brain. Like they didn't suck before him or nothing.
Yeah.
No. Like he's making them suck. Don't
Yeah.
worry. But you know what? He was like somebody walked in, they were like, Urban. He was like, what's up? They're like, you know what you need to do? You need to dance with some 20-year-olds, get your mind off the game so that whenever you come back to the office,
fresh.
you're refreshed.
You're ready
And
to
what
go.
And what refreshes you the most? Lap
Blonde
dances from
20-year-olds.
20-year-olds.
That's what I'm talking about. Same. Man. So I see what you said. You want to hear what the fringe argument is right now?
Oh man, yes. Let's hear it.
I've only seen one person say this, so it's not a heavy argument, but it did crack me up when I saw it because, as you know, Sir Urban Meyer did have much successes in college. He coached the Tim Tebow team in Florida. He coached Aaron Hernandez through not murdering people in college. he he led Ohio State to a couple of national championships. You know, he storied coach. He's fucking got some little leverage to do some cool shit. That's why he got a job in the NFL. They're like, obviously, he's doing something right.
Yeah.
Well, people are like, this is it. This is how he goes back to college. Fucking USC is going to be looking for a coach. He's fucking ready to go back to college because he's getting his ass whooped in the pros. So he's like, I'm going to go finger blast this blonde lady in this bar as she grinds on me, and we'll get it all on camera, and fuck it.
Wait, I thought you said she was just grinding on him.
She was, but his hand's definitely on her ass. Or in her pants. It's hard to tell. Maybe both.
Is it on her ass or in her pants?
Well, like, it's kind of like tucked down and under, and she's kind of
Ooh.
like turned to away, so it looks like his hand might be in her pants, but
Dude.
it also could just be grabbing her ass too. I don't know.
He's giving her a little over the skirt HJ, you know?
Yeah, OTPH, that's what I'm talking about. Over the pants handy.
It'd be an OTS HJ.
Well, she's got pants on.
Oh, okay, OTPHJ. That works.
Yeah, fucking dumb bitch. So anyway, that's what's going on. Urban Meyer, you know, hey, you remember when we did that thing about Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah.
They settled their lawsuit.
For how much?
Shockingly, they didn't say, but but they like both teams came out amicably. They were like, yeah, we're glad we got that behind us. Disney even said greatly enjoyed their creative relationship, and they look forward to continuing collaboration in years to come.
You know what that means?
Tits.
She got barely anything.
Yeah. Well, I don't think she was really like. I know she fucking had like a $40 million number or something on it, but like,
Yeah.
I think what she just wanted was part of the royalties from the Disney Plus.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they just stole part of her paycheck essentially
Yeah.
from the theaters because they're like, fuck it, we'll just put it on Disney Plus. So I get it, but anyway, so that's what's going on there. What do you got?
Oh man, I got you. All right. So you remember a couple months back,
Yep.
a
Oh,
certain country singer was recorded wasted in his front yard, saying some things he shouldn't have been saying.
yeah.
Well, apparently, he's gonna continue to pay for it even now.
Oh boy, what happened now?
He's been banned from the CMAs.
Well, that place
For-
blows anyway. You don't want to be
He's
there.
been for that reason exactly. They're not letting him win any kind of awards, even though, like, the big thing that I read about was that his album got nominated for an award, but the CMA officials are saying
They're
that
disbarring him.
essentially,
That's fucked up.
well, so they're letting his album be recognized because for the other people
Oh,
Who
the
had-
people who helped make it.
who make who helped make
Producers
the
and
album.
all that
But
shit.
he's not gonna be able to win like any award for himself.
Oh, for like the
For this year.
artist.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fucking brutal. Just another reason why these fucking award shows are stupid and trivial.
Yeah. No,
They wouldn't
I don't
even
know.
let fucking Lil Nas X get like charted as country, even though it was playing on virtually all the modern country fucking.
Oh, you're talking about his Old Town Road,
Yeah.
like
like that. It's such a man. Did you watch that? This Is Pop.
No.
Oh, so they do a whole episode on country, and they talk about how clicky it is, like in a way.
Okay.
Where like there's a certain way you have to do things if you want to kind of appease the the people behind the curtain in country music, and it's like a lot of people didn't do that shit. Like Shania Twain didn't really do it. Steve Earle, people like that where they just like didn't really fit the narrative, like that like you gotta sing a certain way and you have to write songs this way and this is what you gotta do. So I don't think he wants to be a part of that crowd.
Well, in other news,
Oh,
R. Kelly,
Oh yeah.
and I think this was what we thought. We
I think it
forgot.
is. Yeah, I was just
But,
thinking that.
Back on the 27th, he was convicted of sex trafficking.
Yikes.
But it's weird because he was only found guilty of, I don't know, it was a sex trafficking case, and he was found guilty of racketeering on the second day of deliberations. And the charges are based on an argument that the entourage and managers and aides who helped the singer meet girls and keep them obedient and quiet amounted to a criminal enterprise. So essentially, he got charged with racketeering,
Even though he was.
even though it is sex trafficking in a big way. I feel like
What
because
does this racketeering even mean?
I think that's just how they get you. Like you made money off of an illegal enterprise.
Oh, got it. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
when you're a massive drug dealer, or like, yeah, you're selling a bunch of drugs, but you're
Yeah.
avoiding taxes on those said sales. So
Got it.
racketeering.
Or like illegal sports betting and shit.
Yeah. Kelly was also convicted of criminal counts accusing him of violating the Mann Act, which makes it illegal to take anyone across state lines for any immoral purpose. So any of those girls who like got on his like tour buses or whatever,
Oh yeah.
and they eventually
They're like,
got
where are
peed
we?
on or
It's like,
whatever.
New Mexico. What the fuck? I'm from Louisiana.
But that's new about R. Kelly.
Coming
But
to...
every time I hear about him, I just see that interview where he's like, crying about how he's struggling
Fighting for
his
my
life.
goddamn life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Never seen it.
Coming to a prison talent show near you. Let's go.
So that's all I have for like news stuff. I'm just gonna round it out with the top 10 and the Billboard 200. At number 1, we got "Sincerely Kentrail" by Youngboy NBA. Number 2, down from number 1, is "Certified Lover Boy" by Drake. Number 3, "Montero" by Lil Nas X.
Oh, that's his most recent
Newest.
one.
Yeah.
Why did it just pop in? I thought he really. Oh wait, maybe that was just the single he released. Never mind.
Yeah, it's gotta be the single. Then we got number 4, "Donda," Kanye West. Number 5, "Sour," Olivia Rodrigo. Number 6, "Planet Her," Doja Cat. Number 7, still in the top 10, 100% deserves to be able to have some more than awards than just the album.
Why don't you make him one?
Dangerous Double album, Morgan Wallen. You know what? I will. I'll send it to him, and I'll be like,
It looks like a third grader made it. You're like, I made
hell
this
yeah,
for you.
I made this for you. Number 8, "Fuck Love." Number 9, "Happier Than Ever," Billie Eilish. And then up in the top 10 again, "Soulfly," Rod Wave.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Moneybag Yo's gone.
Dude, up to 18.
Ayo!
Gangsta's Pain. Moneybag Yo.
That's what I'm talking about. Before we close it out, I was just gonna talk briefly about a couple movies I watched recently. Some new ones.
Okay.
I finally watched that Invisible Man.
The newest one or whatever?
Yeah, not Hollow
With-
Man, but Invisible Man.
Yeah, with the chick from Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I've never seen it.
It's not too bad. It wasn't okay. So I kind of knew a little bit about the premise because I had seen a couple random videos, like top 10 videos where they talked about different movies and they kind of like touched on it. So I kind of knew some of the things that were going to happen, but the whole overarching story I did not know about. And I really liked it. I thought it was good. That was really well done. Like, so the plot line is this lady's getting stalked by this invisible fucking person trying to get her, and like some of the effects and shit that they do I think are really well done.
Yeah.
And she's a good actress. She was in Mad Men too.
Yeah.
She's great. So I recommend that. And then I watched that Malignant, which, have you seen any like commercials or anything for that?
I haven't even heard of it.
So it's fucking wild. It's a James Wan movie, which, if you know James Wan, that's the Conjuring. Like he directs a lot of the scary movies now. He directed the first Saw.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know, he's got his hands in a lot of, those kinds of movies.
He's the Michael Bay of scary movies.
Kinda, yeah. And it is a trip, man.
Yeah.
It is really good. It's like, I don't know, it has like a weird feel to it because like it's a horror movie, so it kind of has this like vibe where it's like, I don't know, like an atmosphere in it. You can kind of tell it's just everything's kind of amped. Like certain actors are kind of like over the top a little bit, but like for the most part, I thought it was really good. And like I said, the fucking story is fucking wild. Did not see half of the shit that was happening. So
Noise.
Yeah.
Well, since you brought it up, if you have not watched Squid Game,
Oh boy, I have
on
not been
Netflix.
able to see anything unrelated to that. Picking up my phone.
I didn't realize I didn't realize it was so popular. Like because I was camping.
Yeah.
And like I don't get good service, I didn't see anything. And then like as soon as I got into any kind of service, it was everywhere. And I was like, I've been watching this, and it is in fact like really good.
Yeah. I'll
Like,
check it out.
I mean, you remember when we watched Parasite?
Yeah.
Like it's very it's very like it has the same kind of like feel to it as far as like the way sometimes it feels like they are like over the top about certain scenarios.
Yeah.
Like, and you're like, I don't understand why you're so excited about this.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it's very good. Like, and honestly, had I never watched Parasite and I never gave Squid Game a chance, but
Yeah.
it's really good.
Yeah.
Definitely worth the watch, and I guess everyone else is agreed with
Yeah.
that as well.
Dude, I've seen so many fucking memes about it. Like, holy shit. One thing I loved about Parasite is how frequently I thought it was going to go one way and it would just go completely different. Like, I was like, and even the ways I was thinking, I was like, that'd be really cool. And it went a different way. And I was like, wow, that's a way better idea. But, like, it wasn't like predictable. Like, I was like, oh, this is going to be predictable where it's going to be shitty. I was like, oh man, if they do that, like, this will be cool. Like, cause like the whole time, and I don't know, maybe this was the family's plan the whole time, but I had the idea that they were trying to completely take over those people's lives. Like,
Yeah,
they were just going to be
definitely.
those people
Yeah.
instead of just weaseling into their life and then just working for them. I thought they were like gonna snuff them out or like, something crazy, and they're just like,
Yeah.
we're them now. Like, you know and that would have been cool too. Like, I mean, it could have gone either way. I would have
Right.
been fine with it. And it was a great movie. I watched it again not that long ago. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is really well done. Where is Squid Game made out of? Do you know?
I'm pretty sure I know it's Korean,
That's
but
what
I
I
don't
was.
know.
That's kind of
Yeah,
what I was
yeah,
driving at.
yeah, it's
Oh
Korean.
yeah, okay. Man, Korean movies are Korean movie TV like they can make a lot of really good shit. Cause in that Old Boy is from there too. I think Old Boy and what's that other one where they're fucking fighting through the car park?
I
Raid.
don't even know.
You never seen Raid? Oh,
Oh, I've never seen Old Boy either.
oh man. Okay, so yeah, uh, Raid movie. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. This doesn't look right. Maybe it's not Raid. There's something. It's got that kind of title though. It's like the fucking whatever. And there's this scene where this guy's like fighting through this car park, and like it looks like it's all one shot and shit. And like it's just a fucking massive fight, and it's badass, and it's like it's a very good storyline too. And Old Boy is that'll fuck your brain up. There's an American remake with I don't know who's in it. Josh Brolin, I think, and Scarlet Witch. Um,
Oh, something Olsen.
yeah, she's in it. You see a boob in that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean the Korean one's really good too. If you don't mind reading, but yeah, I'll try to figure out the name of that other one for you. But
Okay.
yeah, anyway, I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Head on over to YouTube and leave us likes and comments and stuff. If you don't want to do that, you can head on over to Apple Podcasts and leave us a review there. You should definitely do that. If you just don't want to like leave a review, you can always give us money at patreon.com/walkpod. But
yeah,
even if
yeah.
you don't want to leave a review and you don't want to like us and you don't want to give us money, then just show us to one friend, and that's enough for us.
Hell yeah.
We want to thank our friends, Dutch and Denver Podcast, Kicking It with the Kellys, The Remedy Room, No New Friends. Yeah, that's everybody.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I've had enough. Peace out.
Tip your bartender.